Hey guys, Steve Donahoe here from DCS Sales Marketing, and in regard to the update at the moment in regard to the information of the Voyager platform and the update to it on what's going on, I've just got some information in regard to it. Just allow me to put my glasses on so I can give you some information in regards to it. The Chapter 11 proceedings went ahead, and they actually got a bidder for Voyager for a buyout, which is good news at the moment because it's not going to go down under, because they have now even offered the transaction and given the go-ahead and the green light for this company to be able to take over Voyager and literally pay off the budget deficit, or what was owing, of $1.2 billion. And they gave them the bid for the reasoning being that this company themselves were the one that were actually going to make the best offer available. So that's good news. And I'm just looking at some information here of my latest update. So just bear with me for a minute while I just look it up, and you'll actually get some information in regards to this. So the last actual update that I got was the customer update in regard to what's happening. And I will just read aloud of actually what happened and who was actually selected to make the bid to possibly keep this Voyager going. I don't know if they're going to change the name. I don't know what they're going to do and how they're going to work the platform out, or whether they're going to introduce and keep the platform. They will probably have to introduce and keep the platform because all the actual cryptocurrency is in that platform and in the database. So whether they change the database around and they lose all the information, they'd probably be best just to keep the Voyager platform with the database as is. But anyway, we'll see what happens on that. So it says here, Dear Stephen, since Voyager filed for reorganization on July the 5th, we've been working diligently toward one goal: maximizing the value of our platform for our customers. FTX US has been selected as the highest and best bid for our assets. So FTX US is the one that made the bid, and they've actually given the green light for this bid and the next process to take place. Okay. The sale is a culmination of several months of negotiations and discussions with numerous market participants and a highly competitive multi-week auction process. So the official committee of unsecured creditors, the UCC, participated actively in the auction and supports our sale to FTX US. So they're supporting it. So that's a good thing. So we're not dead in the water yet. Okay. So they just said to me that below we've provided answers to some key questions. Please read them, or as they include important information about the next steps, including required vote on the bid by the customers themselves. So we get a chance to vote whatever they're going to give as the alternative to the agreement of how they're going to work it out, of how they're going to reimburse us either our crypto or of value. So they're going to work that out with us, and we can make, particularly as shareholders and investors, that we can actually bid and make a vote to yes or no in regard to what they want the alternative is. So what was FTX's US's bid? Well, this bid valued at approximately $1.422 billion. Okay. So it's comprised of the fair market value of all Voyager cryptocurrency. So of all the cryptocurrency that was actually in Voyager at the time, which was ripped off by this company that they loaned it out to and wouldn't pay it back. This other company is prepared to bail them out of 1.422 billion. Okay. The fair market value of Voyager cryptocurrency at the to be determined date in the future, which at current market prices is estimated to be 1.311 billion. So right now it's dropped in value, but for a person that's going to acquire a business for 1.4 billion, I don't think they're going to worry about 100 million or so. So additional consideration, which is estimated as providing approximately $111 million of incremental value. So why was FTX's bid selected? And this is the reason why, that we need to understand the reasoning of it to give us a fair deal, in other words. After multiple bidding rounds in a highly competitive auction process that lasted 2 weeks, okay, so it was a 2-week auction process to see who would give the best buy, with active participation from the Official Committee of Unsecured Creditors, UCC, FTX US was selected as the highest and best bid for our assets. So they're trying to give us the best value. FTX's US's bid, which is significantly better for customers than its original bid, was chosen because it maximizes the value returned to you in the shortest time. So we're going to get something back. I'm praying to God that we're going to get something back. And this is just not something that like the wool, pulled over our eyes and covered, whether this is going to be true or not is to be seen. So how was the auction conducted? Could there have been a better option? Starting in June, we conducted a rigorous marketing process, reaching out to over 90 interested parties to gauge interest in a potential sale. We also proposed a standalone plan of reorganization and used the plan as a floor for negotiations with potential acquirers. The multi-week auction that followed was competitive and featured several rounds of bids from a number of interested parties. So does the UCC support FTX's US's bid, which is the one that's holding it? Yes, the UCC participated actively in the competitive auction and supports FTX US's winning bid. So again, that's a good sign. So what are the next steps? There are 2 approvals required for the bid to be finalized. So it hasn't been finalized yet, okay? So we're still not out of the woods. First, on October the 19th, the asset purchase agreement that memorizes the terms of the bid will be presented to the court for approval. So it's got to go to the court, through the court, in the Bankruptcy Chapter 11 for approval, that they can actually bid this out and purchase it and take over it. Following that anticipated approval, the bid will be subject to a vote by you, which is me as the customer, and other customers. So we get a chance to vote whether this deal that they're going to give us is good or not. We can say yes or we can say no to it. So the majority of voters that are going to have more control in the say, and if anything over the ratio of voters, the majority of voters are going to win, okay, or whatever it is. So we'll see how everybody works out to this agreement and sees what it is. And I'm sure there's a lot of big investors in there that will agree to the terms because they've got a lot of money stocked up inside this Voyager platform. So we'll see what happens. So the most important thing here is in the vote will come in the coming weeks. So we can't vote yet because it hasn't been approved through the actual court as yet. It's almost finalized. It's 90% there, but it's just not quite there yet. So unless they have to go through stringent controls to see what's going on, whether this person's legitimate, whether this company's legitimate to be able to overtake this and take it and have the money to be able to do it. So all those things have got to be taken into consideration. So when will I know how much value will be returned to me? That's to the investor. Okay. So following the finalization of the bid, FTX US and Voyager will provide information about the return of value as soon as possible. So whether they're going to put the platform back online, I don't know. It's frozen right now. You cannot buy, you cannot sell, you can't exchange, you can't do anything with it. You can look at it and watch the value go up or decline, whatever it is. It's kind of like a yo-yo effect going on there. What are we going to do when it comes to that? And we'll see here. It is important to remember that FTX's US's bid was selected above all others. Now, this is very important because it was the highest and best bid for Voyager's assets. Okay, so Voyager took it on them because they probably got them out of the red or where they are, and then they probably got out of this pretty good. They're probably scraping pennies to get out of this offer, but they've got it, and they can pay back that money that's owed to us. So whether Voyager probably has money outside somewhere else in another bank, whatever like that, I don't believe they're going to get out of it with nothing. I believe they've got money somewhere stashed themselves, the CEOs and whatever like that. They're still going to get out of this okay, and maybe they'll keep them as CEO in it. Who knows? Again, this is all process that's going to go through. I have no idea what's going on. There's no real information in regards to how it's going to be acquired, who's going to take over, whatever it's going to be, who's going to stay. Is Voyager going to stay with this company? Are they going to be totally separated from that is to be determined. I have no updated news on regard to that. Now it says, does the conclusion of the auction impact the claims process? This is very important. Does the conclusion of the auction impact the claims process? Now, the auction results do not change the bar date nor the need for customers to determine whether to file a claim. You must still review how Voyager has listed your account holdings in a recent court filings. Last month, you should have received an email from Voyager Digital Restructuring that lists your account holdings, and that's what they do. They actually gave me a document that listed all the assets that I have of cryptocurrency up to date of the actual, not the value, because the value depreciates and escalates. So they're not worrying about the value of it. They're worrying about the amount that you have. So the actual figure of the amount of cryptocurrency that you have is what they're taking into account, not the value of what it's doing up and down. That is irrelevant because they're just looking at giving you restitution of the value of the actual stocks and shares. So if you have 1,000 in Dogecoin, you have 1,000 in Dogecoin. Whether it's gone up or whether it's gone down is irrelevant, but you have that 1,000 coins that hopefully they're going to reimburse to you or give you some sort of incentive to be able to buy it back and get back into it. So we'll see what happens. And it tells you, please take the time to review the information in the email, which is the email that we all got given. And if necessary, file a claim before the deadline of October the 3rd. Now, there was other actually accounts. I didn't have to file a claim. They sent me a review of what I had, and they said there was no need for me to file a claim because I didn't actually have any money in the USDT or the USDC account. So I had it all in cryptocurrency. There was no actual money that was in their bank. So it's all cryptocurrency. So they told me I don't need to file a claim. Just watch the proceedings and see what is obtained or what the verdict will be and what type of value that I'll get back from my cryptocurrency. So I'm waiting on that and seeing how that happens. So if you're in this right now and you're watching this, and this is just an update to the platform of what's going on, okay? So that's all I can say. I mean, really, are we getting out of it? What's going on, Are we being duped? Are they going to take off with it? That is to be determined, but seems to be legitimate in what they're talking about. They're keeping you up to date in what's going on, and legalistically wise, how you should be able to claim something back and get something back out of it. So we are yet to determine to see what actually happens. Okay. So with that said, I'm just going to pray that all things take place. And I just want my cryptocurrency back. That's all I want. So I can transfer it. And if it continues and builds itself back up, then I'll stay in the platform if they've actually shown that they're giving us something back, that we're not losing. Unfortunately, the Terra peg, the USDT peg, when it collapsed, almost cost me $10,000. I'll never get that back. That's a total loss. There's nothing I can do about that. And I have to say that was on me too, because I should have seen what was happening. I should have seen it that depreciating so quickly and had a chance to be able to freeze it and push my money in the account. But unfortunately, what happened was the USDT, it collapsed as well. So you still lost out. So, and this is what they're going to fight about now. So this is just to update what's going on, guys. All right. I'm going to do another video on an actual platform that I'm using called Webull, and that's coming up next. I'm going to do a live on that too and just show you what I intend to do and what I've started with, and to show you all my stocks that I've got. I've bought them in the red. Why would I buy them in the red when they're losing? Well, I'm hoping they're going to go up. Okay. And I'm going to show you that, and I'm going to show you an actual screenshot, or actually you will see on the video that I actually need to show through my app, my actual portfolio and what I'm about to do. And I want you guys to follow me to see how this works, and maybe you can get involved in it too. And join with me on the Webull platform. And again, there'll be a link under there if you want to join. All right. That's the update, guys. Got no more for you. We'll just see, hope and pray that things turn out for the better. Okay. God bless.